Hi, Billie. How are you?
I'm good. Good. Nice
Well,
to see you. We've got a red thing going on here,
I
which is nice.
do. I do. It's my old room from when I was growing up. I was a bit of a drama queen. So,
Oh my God. I love it. It's such a bold move to paint your room red.
yeah, I was obsessed with In the Mood for Love. So I'm like
Ah,
red everywhere, the whole room. It's a
the
bit,
only it's so funny because literally every boyfriend I ever had has wanted to paint like a number of rooms red. But I've always thought it was because in the UK, most pubs are red inside.
oh.
So they want the home to sort of reflect the pub. Which so anyway, it's looking good. It's hard to work, but it's looking good.
I love it. So I just want to say thank you for Rare Beasts and I Hate Susie. Thank you so much for that work.
Oh,
So you dedicated this film, Rare Beast, to quote all my friends and all their woes. So I'm curious what
mm.
your friends thought of the film and also what the feedback has been, because there's still such a stigma about talking about motherhood as it really is, talking about gender roles and relationships, and how we all watched our mothers in this servitude role and then our friends in those roles, and what was expected of us and what's expected of us in the workplace. So all this to say, it gets a lot of people talking. So what's the feedback been?
The feedback has, at least what I've experienced firsthand, has largely been really, really positive. And when I say positive, I don't mean like, oh, it's great. It's more like, oh, thanks for like exposing that. It's quite a chippy response to the film, but I feel like it's pressing the right buttons. My friends know me, so that film isn't a massive mental stretch for them. Like in terms of the sort of personality of the film, my the way I sort of live my life in terms of I try and be very honest as a person. I can say things that don't always land that well. So my friends are familiar with that tone. But I feel like I've had really, really the sort of responses I've wanted, especially from women, and I've been surprised by the male response.
Oh, what's the male response been like? I'm curious now.
It's been mostly it's been good from my first-hand experience, unless they're all lying to me. They secretly go home and like, call me a bitch behind my back, which is fine.
Right.
So yeah, I feel like the people that I wanted to sort of get it, and often I'm sort of asked, what do you want people to leave feeling, and what are you trying to say with this film? And I guess I'm not trying to say you should feel like this. I'm not. I don't. It's not got that sort of messaging. It's more like, do you feel like this? It's like asking people if, I guess, relate on some level, and some people don't actually. Some people have. I always think it's like people that sort of cut from a different cloth. They find the characters like really coarse, and why is everyone so mean to each other? And I think it depends entirely on your life experiences as to whether this film chimes for you. Some people have had a very nice life, it turns out, where they haven't
Good for them.
they haven't known an asshole, or they haven't had challenging parents. Like, some people are actually quite sweet.
I don't know any such people.
I personally don't, but I have been pleasantly surprised to see that there are some nice people out there who have been raised well.
Good for them. A bit jealous, but good for them.
Yeah.
Right. And also, we don't get to see women like this on screen in film. I find TV is sort of getting there, but I find the film kind of lags. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's funny because in theatre there's always been really challenging roles for women. I mean, the women are all pretty mental, and they're not often, it's not often unpacked why they are that way. But they've been doing that work for years. TV's definitely getting better, but I feel like in film it's gone the other way. I feel like we've gone backwards, like all, because everything's like superheroes really, and so I don't recognize anything in film anymore.
The women are all shiny and made up and you know, juggling everything perfectly with a smile and with like Lunchables and like what?
I know.
What is this?
I know.
Where are these women? I've never met anyone like this.
I know. It's really disheartening.
So I thought it was interesting that you said in an interview that you were watching a lot of Paul Thomas Anderson's Phantom Thread, and then your leading man, Leo Bill, coincidentally said that he had watched Punch Drunk Love and found that this film kind of reflected that. So I'm curious whose films have influenced you and what shows or books or music have excited you lately?
Okay, let me think about this. Because over lockdown, we've done so much TV viewing, it's all just been a slight trauma blur. Oh God, what have I been watching lately? If I'm really honest, I've been watching such shit on TV. Like, I'm ashamed at some of the things that I watch. What films have I been? God, oh my God, I don't know.
It's okay.
I feel like things that I loved during lockdown, let's say, were, I really loved the show we had over here called Normal People, which is really, really beautiful, and sort of very moving coming of age drama. I really enjoyed that. I really obviously enjoyed I May Destroy You. That was really brilliant and exciting and very fresh and moving. Otherwise, I just do what everybody else does. I watch Overboard and Tiger King and the news for hours, and that's it really. I mean, it's an embarrassing lull in my cultural viewing.
No, it's fine.
I haven't been to theatre. Hang on, what did I go and see the other day? I went to the cinema with my kids for the first time, and we watched Croods too, which was really funny.
Yeah.
It was really, really funny. I was really, like, I don't know whether I was jacked on the experience of being in the cinema again. Like, I found it to be very entertaining. It was it was like a visual feast. And I had a really, really good time. But that was the last time I was at the cinema before the screening of Rare Beast.
Mm-hmm. How did it feel to be back in the theaters?
It felt really great, actually, because there's not many people in there. And I have this weird sort of emotional memory for going to the cinema. So every time I do it, it doesn't ever not feel like a treat, and like I'm about to go and like suspend reality. Like, I really enjoyed that. Unfortunately, more often than not, the cinemas don't have access to Wi-Fi or good Wi-Fi, so you can genuinely put your phone down.
It's true. So finally, tell me about collaborating with Lena Dunham, who paved the way with Girls. What was it like working on the film with her?
It was incredible. It was a dream come true. I can't actually believe it's happened. Like, I've been obsessed with her in a sort of forensic study way for years. And the script is so sweet and so funny and very, very moving. And Andrew Scott's in it. I mean, just the whole thing. I can't even believe that's happened this year.
I know. I know.
So exciting. It's so exciting. And I think it's going to come out this year.
Really? Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I
Wow.
know.
Thank you so, so much for your time. Thank you for your art. Thank you for your honesty and authenticity in your art. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.